Yeah, there's that line of thought as well.
I could be just a figment of your imagination.
My imagination.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You could be dreaming, you could be sleeping somewhere with the props in your mind and just playing a trick on you.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you are convinced that surely, no, I live and I'm here in the royal show and I'm speaking to someone. My name is Muhammad, by the way.
Muhammad,
and
nice
you
to
are,
meet you.
Nice meeting you. And you are sure that your name is Rob. So all those things you are sure of. You don't say, I don't know. No, you are sure of. And you act and you be in your life as if they are certain, right?
Yes, right, absolutely.
Perfect. So all these things happen, even things around you, like for example having a coffee and this lovely weather and the sun and the moon, all these things around you, they do exist. And for anything to exist, like the things that we see around us, it requires a reason, it requires justification. And that justification, if it also requires another justification, it cannot go to infinity. It cannot be something required by something, required by something. Just now I have in mind like the extension cord. If you have an extension cord from extension cord from extension cord, and you want to plug it to charge your phone, if it goes to infinity, will it ever charge your phone?
Yeah,
So you need like a starting point that does not require. So
I can see that argument.
Yeah. So that starting point is what we call the creator. By default, he's uncreated. He doesn't need anyone. He's independent, self-sufficient. Because if there wasn't that starting point, we would never have anything around us. Like they usually give the example of a bullet. They say soldier, if they have a gun and he's required to shoot a bullet, but he have to take permission from his supervisor. If that supervisor also requires his supervisor permission, if that goes to infinity, will the soldier ever shoot the bullet? Will the soldier ever shoot the bullet? No. But if we see that the soldier actually did shoot the bullet, that means there is a top supervisor that does not require any permission above him. Same thing, we see the droplet come from the sky right now. We see the leaf come from the tree. We see things happen, so the bullet actually came out from the gun. Therefore, there is a starting point that is by default uncreated and independent, self-sufficient. And that's what we call the creator. Make sense?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
In that argument.
I know. You can say which part doesn't make sense. Yeah, go ahead, Rob. Yeah,
but I've heard this explanation before many times.
Okay,
from different people.
Perfect. So you might have a response to it.
And different,
Yeah, go ahead.
Why can't the beginning be different from what you're saying?
What do you mean?
Well, why can't it be just a natural occurrence where in the vacuum energy of space.
Fair enough.
Bang, and then everything was created, perhaps not by a creator, but perhaps so.
I'm not gonna call it a creator.
And then everyone.
Fair enough.
And everything that came from that is
fair enough. Because the things we see, for example, if we see a bullet coming from the gun, we understand that the gun is powerful enough to shoot that speed of the bullet. So we can see from the effect how strong is the one who caused the effect. First thing, that effect cannot be nothing, because nothing, you cannot have something come from nothing, right?
Yeah, sure.
You agree? Like if you open your bank account and maybe you got $0 there, you don't say, well, it's just for nothing. If someone slapped,
plenty of times.
if something happened, like for example, if I don't know, you see a blue ball flowing in the sky, just blue ball, and then you pass by. No, it's like, okay, it requires explanation. Something put it there, someone put it there, right? So it requires a reason. So we can already exclude the possibility of it coming from nothing. The other possibility, could it create itself? Means could the universe or this nature just cause itself? This is also a contradiction, because for you to cause yourself to exist, you have to both exist and not exist, right? And that's an impossibility, and we can agree that impossibilities are, don't exist, are impossible. You agree, right? So far?
No, I don't. Because
so do you think
it could be self?
If it's self-creating, this can like the simple example, can a mother give birth to herself? Like, something cannot cause itself. Because for you to cause yourself, that means you don't exist. And for you to cause yourself, you have to exist.
Yeah, but that's in our level.
No, it's abstract. It's like at the level of even thinking. Like you either are yes or no. Either your neurons are firing or you are not firing. You cannot have things that are opposite at the same time existing, right?
Yeah.
You got what I mean? Yeah, go ahead.
Why can't we not have an understanding of where it all came from?
I'm not saying we're gonna have exactly with details and with recipes and all the equations that's explained in detail, but what we can say is what we can exclude and what we can include. So what we can exclude is that coming from nothing, which is something is impossible. I might not know the reason. If you hear a knock on the door, there must be a reason behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can already exclude it's nothing. Even if it's the wind,
But look,
even if it's the wind, it's something.
It's something, yeah.
Good. And I cannot say, for example, the door knocked itself, right? Because it requires something outside of it. The door does not knock itself. This is a simple example. You know what I mean? I'm pointing to the moon.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. All of these things are things we can get our head
require
around.
something.
That we can get our head around it.
Yeah.
Why can't it be that we can't get our head around
even the things that
creation?
are around us, we don't get our head. Like, for example, gravity.
Yeah.
What is gravity?
Well, it's the
Have you ever seen gravity?
no, of course not. We feel gravity.
We see the effect of gravity. Even the reason behind gravity is still in physics something just we approach to explanation, but we can never say this is for sure how gravity, or how can we explain gravity. Even between Newton and Einstein, there is a difference of understanding. Is it a pulling force or a pushing force? Is it the curvature of space, which is the modern one? It might be in the future something different. What I'm saying is that we come as close as we can because we see the effect, but what we can judge is based on the effect. It's a force that does so and so. And that's what we can know, what we can include, and what we can exclude. For example, it's maybe like, you know, in vacuum it's also operate, or maybe it requires a mass. We can exclude something and we can include other things based on the effects. Same thing for the cause of this universe. For example, it cannot be something that is dependent, because again it will go into this chain of causations, like in infinite regress, which, as we said, is impossible. Because an infinity has to finish for this to happen. Like if I tell you,
by the nature of the word, it doesn't finish.
Exactly. So it has to start at one point, and that point itself, as we said, by default has to be uncaused. I'm not gonna call it God yet or creator. I'm just talking about what it is, and then we can conclude other details.
Yeah,
like for example,
but that's what this whole thing is
but
about.
it's like a step at a time.
Attributing that to a creator.
But why we call it creator? Because it caused everything else. It created everything else.
Yeah.
So we call it creator. Again, we can also conclude that for it to create like for example, if you bring every atom and you just split it, you will get like huge energy, right?
Yeah.
Imagine the one who created every atom. Therefore, he has an immense energy, an all-powerful creator.
That's if you believe that there was someone that did that.
No, I'm saying that it's impossible that there was no one that did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if it's either nothing, which is impossible, it's either came from itself, which is also impossible, or it came, as we said, infinity, that means like one after the other to infinity. It's impossible. So the only possibility that is left is that something that is uncreated, that is by default does not require a cause.
Do you run out of petrol?
Sorry?
Do you run out of petrol?
Well, I mean, my coffee is behind me. It's the beginning of the beginning of the show. You are maybe the first one I'm having a conversation with. Yeah. Warming up. God bless you. Yeah.
You too, mate.
Yeah. So think about what I say. Maybe every day we can come here and then we can go step by step. Hey, just record a little bit. Yeah.
I spent the best part of a lifetime thinking about this, and you know.
Yeah, but it's never enough.
It's never enough.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't care. I do care, but I don't care because I respect what you believe and I respect what everyone else believes, but that's up to them.
God bless you.
For me.
I mean, respect is like, even if I believe you are wrong and you believe I'm wrong, doesn't mean we cannot have a good conversation.
Absolutely.
So you believe I'm wrong, and at the same time I believe you are wrong, and it's fine. It's not an issue. It's not gonna. Since we are wrong, we're gonna fight or something. This is like some people, they understand. We cannot disagree. No, we can disagree, but have a good conversation.
History is littered with people that didn't agree.
No, but the way there are even like what you call it, disciplines of disagreement, like character, like values of disagreement. I disagree with you, but I speak to you with as a human, as someone who I wish the best for, right? Because I'm convinced what I'm saying. Therefore, I'm trying to maybe also try to
convince me.
But it's up to you at the end. It's up to you. I cannot force you. Yeah, by the way, especially in the Qur'an, that there is no compulsion in religion. You cannot force anyone to believe anything. You just show them, teach them. Because what I believe is that if you don't believe in a creator, when you die, you will be asked about the main thing, which is your relationship with the creator, and based on it will be a decision either to be eternity in heaven or eternity in hell. And because I'm convinced by that, based on justification and proof, I'm seeing, like, if you see someone walking and there is a pit in front of them, they are not able to see it, you feel like I have the responsibility to warn them. So same thing when I'm.
Yeah.
So I'm
I feel the same about warning everybody.
I appreciate that. But if you don't mind me, Rob, just adding something like why you said why I think you should care, because they said I don't even care if God exists, which is like a statement by many.
When I say that, what I mean is that for me, where I am at my life,
it doesn't affect it much.
No.
But actually, let me tell you why it actually matters immensely. Because when you are living day-to-day life, the main question, which is why are we here? And where are we going in this life? What's the purpose of our existence? Those questions cannot be answered by anyone. They have to be answered by the one who made you. Like, for example, if you find a device on the street, like maybe, I don't know, phone, if you find on the street, maybe you never seen a phone before in your life, you can use it however way you want. Maybe use it to throw it at someone, or as a decoration, or maybe to fix a wobbly table. But is this the purpose of the phone?
Yeah, I know.
Who can tell you the purpose of the phone? Who can tell you exactly why it's in this shape, not in the other? The one who made it. Same thing for you. You can make up your own objective in life, but it's not really the purpose of your existence. The one who can tell you the purpose of your existence is the one who made you. And another thing, maybe just I add with this, Rob, is that, for example, regarding justice and regarding meaning in this life, you cannot have meaning, you cannot have ultimate meaning if there is no creator. I'm not saying because of that we believe in the creator, but I'm saying that if you have a world living without a creator, it actually eventually lead to nihilism, because at the end you're gonna just die in darkness. Then what's the point from all of this? You know what I mean? It is a tough question.
I understand that.
Like we woke up in this life, like imagine you go to bed tonight and you woke up in the sky in the airplane. What's the first question you're gonna ask, Rob?
How did I get here?
And why am I here, right? If I tell you, Rob, this is like a first class Emirates, enjoy the food, massage chair. You might enjoy it for a moment, but you will have to ask the question, why am I here? What's going to happen when I land? Because we're all going to land, right? What's the only certain things in this life?
Is death.
We might die before going home tonight. I might die before even finishing this conversation. Nothing is certain except death.
I'm even surprised I'm not dead yet.
God bless you. Because God is giving you a chance to come back to Him. That's why. Maybe take this one. This is a small flyer.
No, I got...
You got this one? This is a small one. Because maybe the book might, come out as too much, so you can take this one and then go through it. All right, and we are neighbors, so we can maybe catch up again. All right. Nice talking to you, Rob. If you don't mind shaking your hand.
Yeah, not at all.
Nice talking to you.
I just want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, being what I am,
yeah,
I just believe that you should be good to people.
Yeah, 100%.
And you should, as I said before, about respecting what everyone believes.
100%, yeah.
Can I ask you something about the historical?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I've just been reading about the first caliphs.
Yeah.
So there's like a split in Islam, isn't there? Like the Shiite and the Sunnis. Is that right?
You may say that, but
it's a bit of a split.
There are other sects who split out from Islam, or actually still within the umbrella of Islam, but split away from the path of the Prophet. Because when the Qur'an was revealed to Prophet Muhammad is the example of how to apply the the Qur'an. So it's like the user manual, and the Prophet is the application of this user manual.
Sure.
So people after him, they are following his path. But then some people, they emotionally attached to one of the companions of the Prophet, and it was a political split. But that political split was later justified with the creedal split. So they said, they said we prefer this companion to be caliph over the other, and us as a Muslim, who is the caliph is something to the believer, to the Muslims to decide, and they are all companions, they are all best companion of the Prophet, they are all the best people, our role models. But then you can prefer one over the other, it's fine. But then when based on your preference, you start to even glorify him. Like for example, the Shia, some of them even glorify Ali which is the person one of the companions, to even be more than the Prophet, or even be like God. Some of them. So they excessively praise this person to the point that is like the extreme point. That's why even for his sons, they every year they hold like events to mourn the death of the son of this man. I mean, also his sons are also companions. They are one of the beloved people to us. But the way they deal with it is in an extreme way. Actually, it's the same issue that the Christians fall into, which is glorifying Jesus. He was a man, a prophet, a messenger, chosen by God, born of a virgin birth. But he was not God.
Yeah.
He never claimed to be God.
Some people believe that he.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
They fall in love so much with him. He's worthy of being loved. But when you reach to the point that you make him as equal or in a higher state than he should be, even to the status of being God, that's the extreme part. So same thing for the Shia, they reach to that level. So they will deny any other person who denies, Ali being the worthy of Khilafah. Yeah. So there.
He was the cousin, wasn't he?
He was the cousin. He was one of the beloved people to us. Many of our friends, or maybe of Muslims or Sunni Muslims, named Ali. Like we don't have an issue with him personally. Yeah. But the other side, no. They say, well, those who oppose him, who became Khalifa before him, they are actually hypocrites and they are liars and they are not a companion of the Prophet. But it doesn't make sense because these people in the Quran they are praised.
Yeah.
So there is like some things doesn't add up. So they have some of them even have to resort to saying, well, the Quran means, well, the Quran is being changed.
One of the problems also is Ali himself praised them. So
even Ali, the one they glorify, he praised those people.
So
he even married his children to some of them.
I read that.
That means they were like brothers and like they don't have an issue. So the people who came afterwards, they sometimes the students, they are more in a fight with the other students than the teachers themselves. Like you follow someone and someone else follows someone. The teachers, they are actually maybe in cohesion and they are maybe they might disagree on one point or the other, but they are in line with each other. But their students, their followers, they are at war with each other. So because of lack of misunderstanding. Yeah. So this is maybe hopefully can answer your question. Yeah, go ahead.
The bad publicity you guys got, right?
even with the bad publicity, Islam is still the highest level of conversion.
Is it? Yeah.
Is it? You know that, right?
No.
There is a Pew Research, not just based on birth, like. By birth, Muslims are by far the number one because Muslim families, they tend to have more children. But even by the numbers of conversion, the number of conversion, Islam is still the positive net.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. This was done 2019 or before that, and there are maybe other newer studies, but it was already proven that statistically, Muslims are the one who increases by number by conversion as well. All other religion, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism, they are in negative net.
Yeah, I know Christians.
They might have more people leaving than more people entering, right? Yeah. And the one that is increasing the most is unaffiliated, like yourself, like unaffiliated. So this is the category that is the maximally positive net because they are leaving from these groups. But Islam has a positive net, so there are more people entering than leaving.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and of course this is beside the by birth. Yeah. But even this, as I said, even with the bad publicity with the media, always someone a Muslim in the movies or Hollywood, Allahu Akbar, terrorists and whatever with the beard, whatever, the bad guy, yet still people converted to Islam.
Okay, so I wanted to go on a specific point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I don't want to offend,
No, it's fine. You're not going to offend me. Let me just get my coffee. Yeah. I think it would be very hard for you to offend me.
Okay, so I have people say to me,
because if you have the right intention, even if you use the bad word, I'm going to correct you. Say maybe don't use this word. That's the worst thing.
Well, I'm not going to swear.
Yeah.
But people say to me, Muslims want to kill all the fidgets.
Yeah.
And I think to me, that can't be true.
Yeah.
Because
they use a verse in the Qur'an.
Yeah. So what?
Yeah.
I just want to explain myself.
Yeah.
I believe that most Muslims, probably 99.999%.
If you want to kill everyone, then what's going on?
Everyone
they forgot to read their book, or
most people, whatever religion, want to live in peace.
Fair enough.
And be peaceful.
Yes.
Yes. So
I mean, it depends how some people define it, because some religion in their own books it says ethnically your family is better than other families.
Yeah, okay.
Like the one that maybe I cannot name and I cannot maybe say out loud. So some religions, they have part of their belief is that this family is the best family.
Yeah.
Any children from this family, everyone else is a slave to this family.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This is part of their own scripture, part of their own teachings.
Yeah.
In Islam, since day one, Prophet Muhammad is upon him, he has a famous saying, he says, there is no difference between an Arab and non-Arab or black and white. Some of his companions,
that's what I believe.
The Qur'an itself even says that all of you are children of Adam. That all of you, Allah created you in different kinds, different tribes, so that you may know one another. Yeah. Islam is a religion for everyone. Prophet Muhammad is a messenger to everyone. So it's not exclusive. Even many of the companions of the Prophet, they were from the Roman background, even black background, African background.
I know there was a time where all religions gathered in Constantinople and worked together.
Exactly.
Medicine was
Because under Islam,
hundreds of years ahead in medicine.
Okay. By the way, the Islam, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us. First thing, his example, he lived amongst non-Muslims. When one time he was oppressed in Mecca, but even when he migrated to Medina, he was the ruler. Yet he still have many Jews in the city living with him. The only time where he fought them because they broke a treaty, they fought him back.
Yeah.
But when he came first, actually, even when he died, it's still known as his biography. He died, and his armor, he had a mortgage armor to a Jew, his neighbor.
Oh yes.
So he lived amongst non-Muslim, and he had agreements with them, even with the tribe that they fought him. Actually, he had an agreement with them later on, even when he had the chance to conquer them because they broke their treatment, and now it's justification for him to go over them. They thought that's it, they're gonna be killed. He forgave them, and he asked them, give them the chance to, okay, if you want to become a Muslim, or if you want to stay on your religion, or you can, you want to take, I can take you. Even the Qur'an mentions this. I will take you to a safe place. And even the Qur'an says, and when you are taking them to a safe place, make them hear the Qur'an, so hopefully they can incline to Islam. Prophet Muhammad was teaching his cousin, his Ali. He was going in to fight one tribe, which they were traitors. They were actually traitors, and he was going to fight them because they broke a treaty and they ally against. They were about to kill the Prophet.
Oh yes.
So he sent his cousin as a head of the army, Ali.
Yeah.
And when he was sending him, and they were okay because their power, those people, they were trying to hide in a tower. He told him when he was going, and remember, if anyone became a Muslim at your hand, is better than everything in this world.
Okay.
Means the priority is not to fight them.
Yeah.
The priority is to call them to Islam.
Yeah.
And even the companions themselves, when they conquer even Jerusalem, right now in Palestine, why they are still Christians, even old groups of Jews in Palestine, in Jerusalem, because the Muslim, when they conquered, they did not kick out the non-Muslims. Because in Islam, a part of our religion, we have a Muslim, you have these regulations, you have to pay zakat, you have to pray, you have this, you have non-Muslims. If you are living within the Muslim community, you are still a protected group. It's called actually the protective group. In Arabic is Ahlul Dhimma, the people of protection. So those people, they have their own customs, their own rule. Muslim cannot, for example, drink alcohol or eat pork. Those people, if it's in their own rule, they are allowed to have such thing.
Yes.
Muslims have to pay 2.5% from their own charity. Those people, they don't have to pay that much. They will pay an amount of tax that is tied to Muslim protecting them. And even there are instances where the Muslims, they could not manage to protect those non-Muslims. They gave them that tax back. They say, this tax, you give it to us because we are supposed to protect you, but there is an army, it's too big for us, and we are not going to be able to protect you. They give it back to them.
Okay.
And, and many of them, even for example, in Egypt or in Syria, there are many Christians that, Coptic Christians or Orthodox Christians or many Christians in Lebanon, some old groups that are not found in the West. Why? Because in the Roman Empire, they forced one understanding of Christianity on them.
Yes,
that's why the Christians who were in Levant, in Syria, and in Palestine, in Egypt, they wanted the Muslim because they will be protected under the Muslims. Even there was a Coptic pope, I forgot the name of Patriarch.
Oh yeah.
When the Roman was ruling in Egypt before Islam, he was hiding in the desert.
Yeah.
And after Muslim ruled over, they sent him a message, you are free to come back, and he came back. And that's why we still have Christian Coptics in Egypt because of that. Okay. I'm from Morocco, by the way. In Morocco, we have the highest minority of Jews in the Muslim world.
Is that right?
You know the reason why?
No.
Because when the Spanish Inquisition, they kicked out from the Andalusia, from the peninsula, from the Iberian Peninsula, Spain and Portugal, they kicked out not just Muslims, they kicked out all Christians which are Orthodox and Catholic, and also Jews. There were many Jews in Iberian Peninsula. And those Jews, where they were protected, where they were hosted, in Morocco.
Is that right?
And until now, in every city in Morocco, we have a neighborhood of Jews, and they have their own shops, they have their own rights. There is no issue, because part of our religion already teaches us how to deal with the non-Muslims within our societies.
Okay.
And even let me tell you this, the Prophet, peace be upon him, he says, if you kill someone who's from the protected groups who live amongst the Muslim, you will not smell the fragrance of paradise.
Yeah, okay.
And there's another saying, he says that if you kill someone I will be your adversary on the day of judgment. Imagine, as a Muslim, I claim to follow Prophet Muhammad,
Yeah,
and Prophet Muhammad, because you broke the trade term.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna come to this verse that people use. It's in chapter.
Please,
I'll show it to you. Because now I'm giving you all this background, and I want you to read it and understand what it means. Because I'm not gonna give you any comment. I just want you to understand it.
For sure.
A declaration of dissociation from Allah and His Messenger to those with whom you have made a treaty among the polytheists. So travel freely, O believer, throughout the land during 4 months. But no, they give them a chance to stay for 4 months. And know that you cannot cause failure to Allah, and that Allah will disgrace the believer. And this announcement from Allah and His Messenger to the believer on the day of the greater pilgrimage, that Allah is associated with the believer. This part here. Accepted are those with whom you made the treaty among the polytheists, and then they have not been defiant towards you in anything or supported anyone against you. So complete for them their treaty until their terms. And this is one. And when the inviolate terms.
Inviolable.
Okay. And this is the one I say. And if any of the polytheists seeks your protection, then grant him protection so that he may hear the word of Allah, means the Qur'an, and deliver him to his place of safety. That is because they are people who do not know. How can there be a polytheist treaty in the sight of Allah and His Messenger except for those with whom you made the treaty at the Masjid al-Haram, which is Mecca? So as long as they are upright towards you, be upright. Mecca, yeah. Be upright towards them. Indeed, Allah loves the righteous. How can there be a treaty while, if they gain dominance over you, they do not observe concerning or any pact of kinship or covenant of protection? They are merciless towards you when they have hold over you. This is satisfy you with their mouths, but their hearts refuse compliance, and most of them are defiant disobedient. They have exchanged the signs of Allah for a small price and averted people from His way. Indeed, it was evil that they were doing. What is okay, fight them. This one. Fight them. Allah will punish them by your hand and will disgrace them and give you victory over them and satisfy the breasts. I'm looking for this. You remember which ayah?
What does it say?
فقاتلوا المشركين حتى. This one.
حتى يكون الدين لله دين لله.
Yeah. 1 second. I want it in Arabic. Because Qur'an is in Arabic.
Yeah.
So I remember it in Arabic.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know it in Arabic. It's alright, yeah. So this ayah, because I want you, after all this context I gave you, I want you to read this ayah, because you already read from the beginning, that is talking about the time of war. This one, number 5. Yeah, that's why I remember it was in the beginning. Okay. And when the inviolate month has passed, then kill the polytheists wherever you find them, and capture them and besiege them and sit in wait for them at every place of ambush. But if they should repent, establish. Okay, usually they only read this part. So what they say, they bring this part, then kill the polytheists wherever you find them and capture them.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
If I just tell you this, without anything else,
without any context,
that's it. Muslims are as savages and killing them. But now we're giving all the context I give you, even reading from the beginning and a little bit after. What do you understand?
Yeah, I understand this.
It's time of war. It's a matter of war, and even those who are treated. So it's not like any infidel, go and kill them. Absolutely not. It couldn't be farther from the truth. Well, makes sense. I'm gonna keep this one here. So for you, if you want to maybe go through it.
I'll do that when I get home. I just need to know that
it's chapter 9. Chapter in the Quran, we call it surah, not chapter.
Okay, yeah. 9, number 5.
9, 5.
I'll read the lot.
Yeah. So this is the idea. Like, if you read a little bit from the context, you will understand that actually this is in time of war. And by default, because the other verse, for example, is actually 256 in the chapter number 2. Chapter number 2 is one of is actually the longest chapter in the Quran. So what does it say? There shall be no compulsion in acceptance of religion.
Right.
So if Allah is telling you there is no compulsion in religion, of course they're gonna tell you to kill people just for the sake of their belief. Because of the sake of their, disagreement with the arguments, with the treaty, and they're violating the treaty. Does make sense?
Absolutely it does. Yeah. No,
God bless you. Thank you for maybe asking the question, because again, some people they just think, oh, it just says this, and
I mean, I'm a little bit unusual in the fact that
did it answer your question?
Yeah, because it gives me something to say to people that say
perfect,
because I
usually
never believed in my heart
that's the case.
It was true.
Agree, because you have common sense, and you see that 2 billion Muslims, or maybe 1.8 billion Muslims, if they all want to kill the infidels,
we'll all be dead.
We'll all be dead. So something doesn't add up, right?
No, we're not.
Something doesn't add up, right?
Yeah.
So this is what it is. Yeah.
Lovely to meet you, man.
You too.
All
right, take this one.
I might have to. I got that one.
I got it. Okay.
In my pocket.
When is the next race?
11:30.
Okay. Maybe you can.
Yeah. See you later.
All right. Have a good one.